Thank you for joining me in today's triple threat. The way I've classed it up today is we will be doing 6 exercises for 3 rounds. It'll be 1 set per exercise. That first round will be 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. Second round will be 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. And then the third final round will be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. So as you can see, we're increasing that work time by 5 seconds and decreasing the rest by 5. And then at the end, we're going to do a nice 60-second plank just to end it all, start the weekend that way. I will go ahead and demonstrate our 6 exercises. We're going to start laying on our backs. Hands by your head, feet flat. We're just bringing it in for a knee touch, bringing in that elbow to opposite knee, making sure you're lifting your shoulder blades off the ground. Second exercise, we will have a 1 leg extended, 1 leg bent. You're raising it up into a hip lift. So that leg is staying completely extended. You're doing a leg raise straight up in the air and then lifting your hips up just slightly off the ground. Then we'll be turning over. We're going to come hands and knees into a bear position. You're just coming up slightly off the ground, and then you're going to step it back into a high plank, and then bring it back in to that bear, alternating between the bear and plank position. And we're flipping it back over onto our backs. We have a knee hang sit up, so your legs are bent, feet in the air. You're bringing your arms to the outside of the knees and just lifting your shoulder blades off the ground, doing a mini crunch with that twist. And then we're going to extend those legs out, tuck them in, extend it up, and then slowly lower those legs down into a leg drop, keeping that nice little motion the whole time. And then our final exercise, we will be up in that bridge position. Shoulder blades on the ground, hips in the air, bringing it in for a bridge crunch. So as you bring your arms in, you're alternating, lifting one leg in, bringing both into the chest. But besides that, we will go ahead and get started laying on your backs, feet flat, hands by your head for that knee touch. Hey there, Alex. You may have missed the timing. It is 3 rounds, 1 set per exercise. First round will be 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. So go ahead and lay on back, hands by your head. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start lifting that shoulder blade off the ground, bringing in elbow to opposite knee. Ten seconds left. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We're extending one leg out, keeping the other bent, and then lifting it up into that hip raise, and then switching those leg extensions. We have 10 seconds in position. One leg out, one leg bent in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up. Just a nice small lift off the ground. Less than 15 seconds to go. Go ahead and rest. We are turning it over onto our hands and knees. Making sure your hands stay right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath those hips. We're going to raise the knees up slightly off the ground, extend those legs back, and then bring them back into that bear. Knees up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're up. Make sure you don't raise. I don't want to see those hips up in the air or that lower back sinking. On a nice straight back. Ten more seconds. Go ahead and rest. We're turning it onto our backs again, raising our legs up in the air for that knee hang sit up twist. If you have a weight, you can hold it in your hands and use that as that extra weight. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just bringing those arms to the outside of the knees, lifting the head and shoulders off the ground. Five seconds left. Go ahead and rest. We are extending those legs back out, staying on our backs. We're gonna bring them in for a knee tuck, extend the legs back up, and then when you lower it, I want you to slowly lower it down. Keep it nice and controlled so that your lower back is always flat. In 3, 2, 1, tuck the knees in, extend them up, and then slow and controlled. Lower it back down. Only lowering as far as you can while keeping the back flat onto the ground. Two, one, go ahead and rest. Bend those knees back in, feet flat. We're coming up into that bridge. If you have the weight, you can hold it in your hands. As you crunch in, you're picking up one leg with each crunch. We're getting started. Arms overhead to begin with. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Make sure you keep those hips up and nice and level. Don't let one side of the hips sink down. Four more seconds. Go ahead and rest. We are starting back. Exercise 1, round 2. This time it's one set. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Hands by your head for that knee touch, bringing in elbow to opposite knee. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the shoulder blade off the ground. Three, two, one. Go ahead and rest. We are going on to that single leg hip lift, one leg extended, one leg bent. Raising it on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Lift the hips off the ground. Ten more seconds. Go ahead and rest. We're turning it over onto that bear position, walking it out into that plank, quadruped position to begin with. Knees coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up. When you're in that bear position, knees should be just barely off the ground. Don't want your hips up in the air. Halfway. Go ahead and rest. We're turning it over. Legs bent, feet in the air. Knee hang, sit up twist. If you have the weight, feel free to use it. Arms coming to the outside of the knees in 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting up, lifting your head and shoulders off the ground. Ten seconds. Go ahead and rest. Stay on your backs, extend those legs out. Knee tuck to leg drop. Remember, you are dropping those legs down nice and controlled. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the knees in, extend it up, slowly lower. Keep that pelvic tilt, back nice and flat. Fifteen seconds. Go ahead and rest. Bend the legs back in, feet flat, coming up into that bridge crunch. You can add the weight if you want to. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Keep them nice and level. If you want to, modified would be not keeping the bridge hold and just laying on your back as you tuck in that single knee. Go ahead and rest. Our third and final round. Staying in this position, hands by your head now. Knee touch. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest in 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time you're doing this exercise. Go ahead and rest. One leg extended, one leg bent, single leg hip lifts. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ten seconds left. Go ahead and rest. Turn it over. Hands and knees, quadruped position. Walking that bear out to a high plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up. Step it on back. We have less than 5 minutes of class left. Stay nice and low, back nice and straight, shoulders over those hands. Go ahead and rest. Turn it on over, legs bent in the air, sit up twist. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head and shoulders off the ground, arms outside of the knees. Almost there. Go ahead and rest. We are extending the legs out. Knee tuck to leg drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees in. Raise them up. Slowly lower down. Stay in control the whole time. Feel your core engaged. Less than 15 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Legs bent. We're coming up into that bridge hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Tuck them in. If you need to modify, you can keep the hips on the ground, still crunching in. If your hips are up, make sure they stay nice and level. Go ahead and rest. That is it for the circuit, but we are ending with that minute plank. So go ahead, flip it on over. We're coming onto our elbows. That elbow should be right underneath the shoulder. Hips aren't in the air. Your back is nice and straight. Get in position, knees up in 3, 2, 1. Up in that plank. You really want to challenge yourself. Try and lift one leg up or keep one arm up. Whatever it may be, just try and hold that plank. We're already halfway. You can do it. Almost there. Stay strong. You can do it. We have less than 10 seconds. That's it. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Woo. Grab some water if you need to. Towel off. We will get started with a nice little cool down. We're gonna go ahead and start laying on our backs. Legs extended. We're going to pick up that right leg, have it bent. You're gonna bring that knee across and over the left side of your body while still keeping your shoulder blades on the ground. Focus on your breathing. Deep inhales through the nose. And then exhaling out through the mouth. While you're in this position, try to bend that left leg and reach for your ankle with your right hand. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead, release your left ankle, extend that left leg back out, and then bring your right leg back over so you're laying on your back. We're gonna pick up that left leg, grab the knee, bring it across and over the right side of your body. Go ahead, try to bend that right leg. Reach for the right ankle with your left hand. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead, release your right leg. Bring your left leg back over. We're gonna roll over onto our stomachs now. Still keeping your legs extended, you're bringing your arms out to the side. We're gonna bring that left hand into your chest, push off to bring your left leg behind your right, laying just on your right shoulder, stretching it out. 3, 2, 1. Roll back onto your stomach. Extend the left arm out. Bring the right hand in. Push on off. Right leg behind the left. Laying on your left shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Roll back onto your stomach. Bring that left hand in now. We're going to press on up, still keeping your head looking forward. In this position, we're going to look to the left. Take one big inhale through the nose, and then exhale, looking back center. We're going to turn to the right now. One big inhale, and then exhale, back center. We're gonna push the hips back into a child pose position, arms still extended. Go ahead and walk your hands over to the left side. Go ahead and walk your hands over to the right side. Bring it back center. We are going to wrap our arms behind our backs, place our hands on our heels, keeping your forehead on the ground. We're gonna lift the hips up, stretching out your upper back. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead, lower your bottom back to your heels. Swing your arms overhead. We're going to slide our hands forward while pushing our hips up into the air. Push as far or reach as far forward as you can. Press that chest down to the ground. Stretch out your shoulders. Go ahead, place those forearms on the ground. Interlock your fingers and raise them over your head so that just your elbows and forehead are on the ground. Still pressing, chest down, stretching out your triceps and shoulders. Go ahead, drop the hands back down, release them, and we're going to slide our hands back, lift our heads up into quadruped position. We are going to step that left foot forward next to our left hand into a right hip flexor stretch. Lean forward to feel that stretch in your right hip. We're going to go ahead and pick up that left hand, twist to the left, bring it up into the sky. Three, 2, 1. Drop the left hand back down. In this position, where you're going to bend our right leg, reach for that ankle with your left hand if you can, keeping that right hand on the ground to support you. Stretching out your quad. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead and release your leg. Hands back down on the ground. Step that left foot back. Step the right foot forward. We are switching sides. Lean it into that left hip flexor stretch. Go ahead, pick that right hand up. We're twisting to the right, hand up in the sky. 3, 2, 1. Bring it on down. We're gonna step that left, or we're gonna bend that left leg, reach for it with your right hand. Left hand still on the ground to support you. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead, release that left leg. Place your right hand back down on the ground. Step the right foot back. We're gonna walk our hands back into our knees and kneel. Nice tall kneel. We are going to grab your right wrist with your left hand behind your back. You're gonna turn your head to the left, tilt it to the left. And the more that you pull and straighten out that right arm, the more of a stretch you are going to get. So go ahead, pull on that arm as much as you need to feel that stretch. It should just be a nice light stretch though, no pain. Just hold it there. Focus on your breathing. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Go ahead, release that arm, bring your head back center. Switch hands, so your right hand is grabbing onto your left wrist. Head is tilting to the right now. And then go ahead, pull on your left arm. Feel that stretch just a little bit deeper. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, release, bring the head back center. Last neck and upper back, we're gonna take our hands, interlock them forward, extend them, and then you're just gonna round out the shoulders, stretching out the upper back. 3, 2, 1. Bring the shoulders back, release your arms, take one last big inhale through the nose. Hold the breath, and then go ahead and exhale out. That is all I have for class today. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.